Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and Bayern Munich have won a game against Freiburg, a 3-2 the game and ended, and what a comeback from Bayern Munich. They were down and out up until the 70th minute. It looked like Freiburg were gonna get a big win at their home stadium, but it was not to be. A late goal from Leonard Carl has given Bayern Munich the 3 points. So let's go ahead and talk about the game. I mean, it was quite a fun game. It was quite an entertaining game. I think the first half was, I would say, it was 55 to 45 towards Bayern Munich, but I think Freiburg was still in the game, and Neuer had to make that tremendous save in that first half to keep the game at a 0-0. It something was not clicking for both the sides in that first half. Both of the teams were creating good amount of chances, but none of them were able to apply the finishing touches. I think Freiburg played with a lot of a passion. I said in my prediction video as well that it was going to be a bit of a tough game for Bayern Munich, coming back away after the international break and going away to a Freiburg side who, let's be very honest, they are trying to get into Europe. They are fighting for those European places. So it was a big game for them as well, and it showed today on the pitch. There were some injuries for Bayern Munich as well. They were not really up to the pace as you would expect from Bayern Munich, and Freiburg took full advantage of that. They had a go at them. They went at it towards them, and they took the game to Bayern Munich. And for majority of the game, Freiburg were really in command. If I'm being very honest with you, the game goal remains 0-0 at the halftime. Second half comes in, and Freiburg take the lead from Mansabi's amazing strike. It becomes a 1-0, and let's be very honest, I would say the way the game was going and the way the teams were playing, I would say Freiburg deserved it. It was not surprising that Freiburg took the lead, and no Bayern Munich fan can sit here and they said that they did not deserve to take the lead. It was not against the run of play or anything. They were, it felt like a boxing match. Both of the fighters going punch after punch. Freiburg take the first lead, and nothing Neuer could do about that goal. That you can say, there were a lot of bodies in front of him, and it just happened. It had to be, and Freiburg take the lead 1-0. And what I want to give credit to Freiburg was, even though after they took the lead, they did not stop back. They did not, try to defend the lead. They still continued playing attacking football. And this is one of the things that I like about Freiburg. Like, they always want to play that attacking football, even though sometimes the results don't go their way. But tonight it looked like it was going their way. They get a corner, they scored at a second hole. It was, let's be very honest, quite a quite a lucky goal. Everybody was all over the place, 2-3 deflections, and somehow the ball goes in the back of the net, and it becomes a 2-0 around the 68-69 minute mark. And you are thinking, what, this could turn out to be a bad day at the office for Bayern Munich. You have just about 20 minutes to play. Freiburg are looking really good. They are 2-0 up, and it looked like the game was done. And just, if I'm being very honest with you, I have a Bayern Munich fan, and a friend was a Bayern Munich fan. I sent him a message. I'm like, your team is not doing that good. And then Bayern Munich did what Bayern Munich do. They started to, I started to come back into the game. I think company's changes were really good. It showed, despite being 9 points above and still a lot of football to be played, the way he made those changes, the tweaking that he did in that midfield area, it really helped Bayern Munich, and they went, it basically was like the full license for the team to go out and attack, and we need to make sure that we don't lose the game. And they responded. Bishop gets the first goal around the 81st minute mark, and it is 2-1. And still you're thinking, because Freiburg were playing really good. I keep on saying that it's not like Bayern Munich had under the pump. It was not like that. Bayern Munich were creating chances, they were putting a pressure, but Freiburg were responding with their own chances as well. And they were having a go at Bayern Munich, and it felt like anything at any moment of the time, any one of those teams could score. It was an end-to-end stuff throughout the 90 minutes. I think it was a very entertaining game. And then luckily for Bayern Munich, they go ahead and they grab a goal right at the 92nd minute. Bishop again turns it and scores the goal. I think you have to feel bad for the Freiburg goalkeeper. I think he had an amazing game. He made so many good saves, but it was not his day. Bishop from long range scores that goal and becomes a 2-0. And I think this was one of that was like the first of the times when where Freiburg players, heads fell down. They really could not believe that they were 2-0 up and they've just given away the lead. And I think that basically that's the advantage that Bayern Munich took, seeing that how their opponents were down and out. They took advantage of that and then they pumped in the pressure. And then you could see, the Freiburg players coming back and not really attacking. They had one last good chance around just like 15 to 20 seconds before Leonard Karl scores the goal. Freiburg had a big chance, but they were not really able to convert it, and the ball comes towards on the other hand side. Bayern Munich were really poised. They were calm under the with the ball, with the possession, and they go ahead and they get the goal. A great cutback from that left hand side, and Leonard Karl is there, and nobody's really marking him, and it becomes a 3-2 right. And that 99th minute heartbreak dagger in the heart for Freiburg. A huge 3 points for Bayern Munich, and they extend their lead at the top of the table with 12 points. Dortmund are going to play later on, but this was a big win for them. It was a huge game. I said at in my prediction video as well that this could turn out to be a very big game in the run for the title challenge, and Bayern Munich prevailed at the end, even though they had to work really hard for this one. They prevailed, and I think they would be really happy with the way that things turned out to be. They had to fight for it. You could see the jubilation from the fans, from the players, from the manager. Everybody knew how hard they had to work for in this game, but at the end of the day, they got what they wanted, and they got the 3 points. And they, as I said, 12 points ahead ahead of the Dortmund, who are going to play later on. But as performances go, it was an amazing performance. They showed why they are the champions, and they showed why they might become the champions yet again. My camera just died, sorry about that. And as we said, for Freiburg, it would be quite a disappointing day, because just 20 minutes before we were about to win the game, and the way, especially the goalkeeper, I mean the way that he performed today, he would be really disappointed that his team were not really able to hold on to the lead. And I understand conceding one, and then the way that they've conceded a goal, I think that was really good. I think that defensively they were really good up until the first point, the first goal, but after that there was a bit of a panic, especially not that much, but the way that they've conceded, and it was really poor. Defensively, I think Freiburg were not really up to it. I think offensively they were really good, and I think Bayern Munich took advantage of that. And as I said, the moment they conceded that second goal, the heads were dropped, and they basically lost all belief in themselves, and that basically resulted in them conceding the third goal as well. It was a quite a disappointing day if you are a Freiburg fan. The way that they started the game, and the way they played, and the way the game ended, it was not a good day at the office. But again, they are still in contention for those European places, so they need to make sure that they are able to kill off the games, and not sit back and concede late goals like they did today. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys think of Bayern's performance, Freiburg's performance. Do you think Dortmund have a chance to catch Bayern Munich, or do you think the title is done and dusted? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers before the end of the year, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.